On April 13, 2026, Trump's day looked like satire written by a fast food lobbyist. Mystery breakfast. A staged DoorDash McDonald's drop at 12:38 p.m., a $100 tip, awkward small talk, and then a formal dinner with the King and Queen of the Netherlands that same night.
The driver, Sharon Simmons, was not a random local courier.
She was a 58-year-old grandmother of 10, originally tied publicly to both Nevada and Arkansas, had already appeared in pro-policy messaging, and said the "no tax on tips" policy helped her family while her husband battled stage 3 cancer. So let me get this straight. On April 13, 2026, Trump's public schedule shows executive time in the morning, then at 12:38 p.m. he gets a DoorDash from McDonald's, and later that night he and Melania host the King and Queen of the Netherlands for dinner.
Burgers at lunch, royals at dinner, breakfast, publicly unknown. That is not a normal presidential menu. That is a campaign ad with ketchup on it. The delivery wasn't just a delivery. Now we all know this was stages. But it was supposed to look like it was a scheduled delivery.
The woman at the center of it was Sharon Simmons, a DoorDash driver DoorDash itself spotlighted as part of a White House event marking the anniversary of the no tax on tips policy.
AP described the whole thing as a staged publicity event, and DoorDash called it the first ever White House delivery.
So no, this was not some random lunch run from an Arkansas driveway to the Oval Office.
This was a curated camera moment with fries. And Trump even joked about it in front of reporters. This doesn't look staged, does it?
That line alone tells you the room knew exactly what this was.
Who Sharon Simmons actually was. The DoorDash grandma image was tidy. The real story was messier. According to the article you added, Simmons was 58, a grandmother of 10, and had made more than 14,000 deliveries since joining DoorDash in 2022. She said the work mattered because her husband was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer in early 2025, and the flexibility helped her get him to treatment. And here's where the optics got weird. She had already spoken publicly in support of the same tax policy before this White House drop. The article says she appeared at a Ways and Means Committee field hearing in Nevada in July 2025 and also appeared in a promotional video tied to the same issue before the Oval Office event.
So she wasn't just some totally unknown dasher who got lucky. She had already been used as part of the policy message. Arkansas, Nevada, and the random worker optics.
Publicly, Simmons was described as being from Arkansas.
DoorDash said she was from Arkansas. AP said she was from Arkansas. But your article adds another layer. In a promotional video, she introduced herself as living in Boulder City, Nevada, and public records confirmed she had lived there, even though she later told reporters she now lived in Arkansas. DoorDash's Julian Crowley said she had simply moved from Nevada to Arkansas. So the issue was not that she was fake. The issue was the event was sold with the energy of, look at this ordinary spontaneous worker moment, when in reality it had already been planned and packaged. The money, now for the number everyone remembers. Trump tipped her $100. AP reported it, and reporters saw the bill. But the more interesting number might be the one we didn't get. The specific DoorDash base pay for that run was never publicly disclosed. And Simmons also said the no tax on tips policy had saved her about $11,000, money she said helped with her husband's treatment.
DoorDash said Dashers collectively saved hundreds of millions of dollars under the policy.
The awkward part, then the stunt got uncomfortable. According to the article, Trump started quizzing her on transgender athletes in women's sports.
And Simmons basically shut that down. She said, "I really don't have an opinion on that," and then, even cleaner, "I'm here about no tax on tips."
That was the exact moment the event stopped looking like a clean political commercial and started looking like a human being getting dragged into somebody else's culture war improv. Then it got even more awkward when Trump tried to frame her as a supporter and she answered, maybe.
The real punchline. So let's total this up. A carefully staged McDonald's delivery. A driver who had already been used in public policy messaging. A White House event that still tried to look spontaneous. A $100 tip everyone saw. A base pay figure nobody got. An Arkansas, Nevada backstory that muddied the random dasher image. And then that same night, royal dinner optics at the White House.
That's not lunch. That's branded theater.
Breakfast. Missing. Lunch. McPropaganda. Dinner. Diplomacy with table settings. If this felt less like government and more like a sponsored content package with Secret Service, hit subscribe, share this video, and comment below. Was this a tax policy message, a PR stunt, or the most on-brand lunch break the Oval Office has ever staged?